Court will sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication.
Sorry, I thought it was
I thought it
two.
was 2.
All right, so let me explain something to everybody. She went into HEB, took a Ninja ice maker or Ninja smoothie maker and just put it in the cart and walking it past all points of sale. You are not allowed to work as a home healthcare provider. You're 36. You know you're not supposed to be taking things that do not belong to you. And obviously, your career is stealing, and that's what you want to do.
This woman got caught stealing a smoothie maker from a grocery store and walked into court with a lawyer who didn't even know her own plea deal. Judge Boyd handed her probation and a way out of a felony conviction, and this girl turned it down on the spot. What she walked out with instead is one of the worst self-inflicted outcomes I've seen on this channel. Let's get into it.
Have you all reached an agreement, or is this going to jury trial?
Your Honor, we have an agreement, Your Honor. I believe it's, hey, could you repeat the agreement for the court? Put it on the record, please.
Ms. Moore, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Did you reach an agreement with the state?
It was 2 years deferred education probation.
So I'm going to put you in a breakout room. You all need to complete the paperwork, and we're going to take this matter up today.
Judge,
Okay.
can I take this up at a later setting and maybe
No.
a week or two?
No.
Okay.
And the reason why it has been very difficult to have people appear in court when they're supposed to appear in court. Then when I give people a Zoom link, what ends up happening is people are still not on time. This case will be resolved today. If this case is not resolved today, then you will be in jury trial on this case next week, and everyone will be here at 9 a.m. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2. Ms. Ferguson will meet you there. She will get your email address so this can be completed. Did you understand you're charged with theft of property less than $2,500 with 2 or more previous convictions? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine probated, and the state is recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Are you currently employed?
Yes.
What do you do?
Home health care.
I don't allow people who are on probation in my court to do home health care. The only way you're allowed to continue employment as a home health care provider, if 1, your employer sends the probation a letter stating they are aware of your criminal history, and number 2, people that you're providing care for, their families send letters stating that they're aware of your current status with these previous convictions.
Okay.
Do you have any minor children?
No. Well, yeah, I have kids. I have 2 daughters,
And what are their ages?
16 and 11.
The
Your
remaining
Honor.
100 hours will be completed once she completes the anti-theft course. Yes, sir?
I thought the agreement called for no contact with the HEB where she was arrested, which is in San Antonio. She lives in Austin.
That's not a part of the agreement. That's outside the agreement.
So the no contact with all HEBs are outside of the agreement. That's what you're saying?
No, what I'm telling you is you didn't agree to a specific, the only thing that you've agreed to is that she has a $1,000 fine that is probated and that I give her deferred adjudication. Everything else is outside your agreement. You cannot bind the court to those agreements. What I have said is she is not allowed to go to any HEB in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And then I have a quick question. So I will have to quit my job, right?
Unless you have an employer who's willing to write a letter and say that they're aware of your criminal history and list these items as a part of your criminal history, and that they have no concerns about that, that their family member is aware of that, and they send a letter as well.
Okay. So the
Understood.
people that I work with, they are.
We could talk
Okay.
about it after.
Okay. Okay.
But Judge, I'm clear. I will communicate with her how we can satisfy your requirement.
All right. And where is she asking that her probation be transferred to?
Is it Travis County, Your Honor?
Court will sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication.
Sorry, I thought it was
I thought it
two.
was two.
All right, so let me explain something to everybody. Number one, you do not get to determine what the length of probation is. That is solely in the court's discretion. You all can make recommendations to the court, but anything that's below this line on this piece of paperwork, that is not a part of your plea agreement. And it actually states, note, the parties are not allowed to make binding agreements regarding the length of community supervision or the terms and conditions of community supervision, which are totally dependent upon the court's discretion. The following recommendations do not constitute part of the formal plea agreement. And what is listed? 2 years for the length. TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service restitution. I don't have to give her 150 hours of community supervision. I could give her, restitution. I could give her 300 hours. The no contact with HEB at Valley High Drive. I can say no contact with HEB throughout the state of Texas. The anti-theft course, I don't have to give that. The reason why I am giving her 3 years deferred adjudication, because I don't want anyone to think that I'm just arbitrarily giving people things. She is charged with theft of property under 2,500 with 2 or more previous convictions, which means that she's been stealing 2 or more times before she even got to the felony level.
3 theft charges. 3. And the third one is a literal smoothie maker from HEB. The fact that she worked her way up to felony court over 1 stolen item at a time is actually kind of impressive in like the worst way possible. And like the part that really gets me here is that she literally works in home health care. Like this girl goes into other people's homes, takes care of vulnerable people, and she still can't stop taking things that don't belong to her. And like on top of all of that as well, like she's only been caught 3 times. Like I bet she's probably stolen a lot more before. And you can't even blame Judge Boyd here because I feel like she's being very patient with her here. And you could tell she actually wants this woman to hear what she's saying. And like even with a kind judge like Judge Boyd who gives a lot of chances in court, I feel like after the second one or even the first, like you would have just stopped. But this woman just keeps on going like consequences aren't even real. Drop a comment and let me know if you think this girl is done committing crimes after this, or if you think she's just gonna steal for the rest of her life.
And then according to the stipulations that y'all entered to, she went into HEB, took a Ninja ice maker or Ninja smoothie maker and just put it in the cart and walking it past all points of sale. And it's not as though she's 18. And if she were 18, it would still be wrong. But at some point in time, people should learn you're not allowed to take items from stores unless you paid for them. So should she be getting a minimum of 2 years for on probation? No.
Okay, so I have a question because at first they was offering me this time
No,
start.
Well, Your Honor.
Probation. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor. We're going to do the deferred probation because it prevents her from being a
Now
convicted
I'm
felon.
asking probation. Probation, are you requesting or recommending anything else? All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful on this probation?
No, Your Honor. Well,
I'm going to send you to the breakout room and probation will go over conditions with you.
Your Honor, am I excused?
No, you are not. You need to go into breakout room with probation and make sure that your client understands her conditions.
Understood. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, you entered into a plea yesterday. The court accepted your plea. The court entered a legal sentence. Are you seeking to withdraw that plea?
Yes.
Yes. The state is asking that you be sentenced under 1244, that your punishment be assessed at 21 days in the Bexar County Jail, and there be $1,000 fine. The court will follow your plea bargain agreement. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 21 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's $1,000 fine. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Now that you have a felony conviction, you are not going to be allowed to work in any field that requires you to have a license. Your home health care provider, whoever you work for, they're supposed to run a background check. They're going to see that you have a felony conviction, and they're supposed to proceed accordingly. If they do not proceed accordingly, and if you pick up a theft case from one of the residents, what's going to end up happening is they're going to be sued because they're on notice, and whatever happens to you happens to you. You cannot go through life building your happiness off somebody else's misery. How old are you? You're 36. You know you're not supposed to be taking things that do not belong to you. And for an adult person to go into HEB taking a Ninja smoothie machine that somebody tells me they're, I don't know, a hot item, that item is in the misdemeanor territory range. Like if there's the only theft you had, you would have been in misdemeanor court. The reason why you're in felony court for that theft is because you've committed theft 2 times before. And obviously, your career is stealing, and that's what you want to do. But what I'm telling you, still again, you're going to have another felony. That home health care provider thing, you should not be working there. And people always want to know, why are you not letting me work as a home health care provider? And you know what? If you had a relative who was a child, who was in a facility where they're a vulnerable person, you would not want a felon taking care of them either. Home health care providers, for some reason, these companies have just decided to, we're going to hire anybody, we'll pay them $9 or whatever they're paying. And they just let anybody care for anybody's relatives. And then when stuff gets stolen, yeah, they'll fire you. And then you go to the next place and become another home health care provider. And nobody knows that there's a felon working with their relatives. And sometimes relatives don't care. They're just like out of sight, out of mind. Hopefully my relative is being fine. And then when items comes missing from their relative, people are like, well, did they really have it? They're suffering from dementia. Did they really have it? They really don't know what's going on in their life. So you are not allowed to work as a home health care provider.
She had probation on the table and a chance to keep a felony off her record completely, and she said no. This girl walked out with 21 days in jail and a felony conviction that is going to follow her everywhere, including the home healthcare job she was trying to keep. Sometimes the worst decisions people make aren't the ones that got them into court, it's the ones they make while they're already there. Drop a comment and let me know what you guys thought about that lawyer too, because I feel like he was just not competent at all. Like he literally had no idea what was going on. And if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel finding raw and authentic courtroom videos like this. But yeah guys, I'll see you in the next one.
Before you click away, think about what you just witnessed. This wasn't a courtroom filled with shouting, excuses, or chaos. It was a courtroom where one decision had the power to change a life forever. 5 years ago, Mr. Smith stood before this court facing the consequences of his own actions. Today he stood before the very same judge as a different man. Not because he said he had changed, but because he spent years proving it. Every clean drug test. Every day at work. Every class he completed. Every hour of community service. Every sacrifice. Every step forward. Judge Boyd didn't reward empty promises. He rewarded consistency, accountability, and real effort. And that's what makes this case unforgettable. One letter, one conversation, and one final decision closed a chapter that could have ended very differently. It's a reminder that redemption isn't given, it has to be earned. But here's the question that everyone sees differently. Did Mr. Smith truly deserve early termination, or should every probation sentence be completed in full no matter how much someone changes? Drop your opinion in the comments. We read every comment, and the best ones may be featured in an upcoming video. If stories like this inspire you, surprise you, or make you think differently about the justice system, you're in the right place. Subscribe now for more real courtroom moments, powerful judge decisions, emotional hearings, and unforgettable legal stories. Every week, we bring you cases that reveal how one decision, one mistake, or one second chance can change someone's future. And if this video kept you watching until the end, let us know by commenting "second chance," so we know you stayed with us from start to finish. Thank you for watching, stay respectful in the comments, and we'll see you in the next courtroom story.